Next we'll see assembler language, use of suffix. Here now you already know that suffix means you are adding some this symbol s at the end of the instruction. Here you can see add add s means after add instruction you are adding s, means s works as a suffix. Fine. Here we will see what is the use of that suffix and all here. In Cortex M3, conditional execution suffix are usually used for branch instructions. Usually for branch instructions you are using, also based on some of the conditional execution suffix if they are inside an if then instruction block. We'll see how it can be used in this instruction. Here suffix is yes, in this instruction suffix is yes, we are looking at here. In this case we can observe that suffix is yes. Here we'll see what it will do. Add yes r0 comma r1 means if you add the suffix s means it will update program status register. You already know what is that program status register. Means whenever any mathematical operation will be performed, based on that result of that mathematical operation, the bits of this program status register will be updated. Means if carry is generated, if auxiliary carry is generated, according to that bits of this program status register will be updated. Here we'll see if you add adds instruction opcode here, then what happens? Update the application program status register APSR flag. This one will do that one, adds r0 comma r1. This will update APSR. Next, here also you can have equate, equal, not equal, less than, greater than, like this. Now you can have many instructions. Here we'll see what description it has. Conditional execution, it will do conditional execution, equal, not equal, less than, greater than, and so on. Means we'll see how it can be used. BEQ means branch if equal. Here you can see branch if equal means if there are two operands are equal, then it will jump to label. It will do the branching operation. So these are the suffix. We'll use this when we are using this assembly code. So here we'll see what they have written. Case, the s suffix and conditional execution suffix can be used at the same time. 15 conditional choice are available as described later, and also at the end of this chapter we'll see what are the different type of suffix that are available. Next we'll go with the assembly language, that is nothing but unified assembly language. Sometimes we need to switch between 32-bit instruction and 16-bit instruction. Sometimes we need to switch between ARM code and thumb code. To do this operation, we can go for unified assembly language. We'll see what they have written. To support and get the best out of thumb 2 instruction, unified assembly language was developed to allow selection of 16-bit and 32-bit instructions, whether we need to use 16-bit or 32-bit instruction. To do this selection, whether we need are using 16-bit or 32-bit, we'll use unified assembly language. And to make it easier to port application between ARM code and thumb code, means in order to port between ARM code and thumb code, we are going for unified assembly language by using same syntax for both. We'll see how it can be performed. Add r0 comma r1. What it will do? R0 equal to R0 plus R1. This is using traditional thumb syntax. So that same operation can be performed using UAL. What is that syntax for UAL? Add R0 comma R1 comma R1. So this same operation can be done using UAL. So here na the choice whether instructions are interpreted as traditional thumb code or a new UAL syntax is normally defined by the directives. Directives means if you have written some of the assembly code, at the beginning of that assembly code you will add some directives. What are that directives? What these directives give the information? Whether you are using traditional thumb instruction or you are using this unified assembly code that can be given by these directives. Here we'll see, for example, they have written with RM assembler tool program code header with, here your program code header with code 16. This is the header. This header contain code 16 directives. Imply that code is a traditional thumb syntax. Your code what you have written na, that is traditional thumb syntax. But if your directives contain thumb directives, THUMB, if this directives is present, then code is a new unified assembly language syntax. So usually if you use traditional thumb instruction, it may changes program status register, means and also if even if S suffix is not used, even though if this suffix is not used, sometimes this program status register can be changed. But as we have seen in previous example, in UAL syntax, if suffix S is used, then only this APSR will be updated. Here we can see here, and R0 comma R1 traditional thumb instruction here, it may changes APSR status, but ANDS R0 comma R0 comma R1, this is the equivalent UAL syntax. So if you use this suffix S, then only it will changes APSR. If you don't use S, means it will not do that. Next, here we can use next with a new instruction in thumb2 technology, some of the operation can be handled either a thumb instruction or a thumb2 instruction. For example, we can see R0 equal to R0 plus 1 can be implemented as a 16-bit thumb instruction or 32-bit thumb2 instruction. With UAL, you can specify which instructions you want by adding suffix. So by adding suffix you can decide which instructions you want to use. ADDS R0 comma #1 use 16-bit thumb instruction by the default. So if you do like this by default it will do ADDS dot N 16-bit thumb instruction with N arrow, or 16 if you use dot W, this is a 32-bit thumb2 instruction, means it with a wide, means you are using 32-bit, means specifically here you can mention, if you use unified assembly language UAL, specifically you can mention which operation you want to use particularly if you use UAL instructions. Here they have written the same thing. The W suffix specifies 32-bit instruction. If no suffix is given, assembler tool can choose either instruction, but usually default to a 16-bit if you don't use this one. Depending on tool support, you may also use N. Here we have seen N means narrow, that is